What can people do to scale their business?
As far as I know, there's two ways that you can go about making your business bigger, or you can do both of them. But before we get into that, let's make sure that you guys understand what scaling is. Because this is what happens when you've got your business operating and it's earning you some money.
Profitable.
Yeah, it's
profitable. You don't want to scale.
Yeah, you don't want to scale an unprofitable business unless you're confident it would be profitable.
You'll be losing $10 a month, and then when you scale, you'll be losing $10,000 a month.
So scaling, you can think of it as just making your business bigger, right? So some businesses, like anytime you have an actual physical business, scaling is quite hard because you need to spend a lot of time moving objects and hiring new people. It's more complicated than an e-commerce business where it's mostly all computer work. So it's pretty simple to scale. But that being said, you can scale through software. So you use software to become more efficient or to produce things at a higher level that you were unable to do before. And you can scale through virtual assistants or labor, basically.
Right.
So that's when you're paying someone else to do the kind of more menial tasks so that you can focus on actually growing your business. And you could just use both of them.
Right. Like I personally use both. We developed the Yashini, which saves some of the time. And like Jack could contest to this. Like I do not look at my eBay account every day. Mm-hmm. Right. That took a lot of years and a lot of like assigning the correct tasks to the correct people.
Yeah, developing relationships with people you trust.
Yeah, and a lot of those little details. I'll give you and also choosing if to use software to cover specific tasks. So one example is there's a company called Price Yak. They do order fulfillment through software for $1 an order, right?
$1 an order?
Yeah.
Huh, interesting.
I happen to live in Nicaragua. And I can get people to do orders for 25 cents to 50 cents an order.
Yeah.
So I would spend less money on it. And when those people are not doing that, I can assign other tasks.
Yeah.
So it depends on your resources. It depends on your situation. I personally don't like virtual assistants in the sense that you have someone overseas.
Yeah.
But I can afford to not to like it because I live in a country where I can hire people at the same rate.
Nicaragua is a country where some of the virtual assistants live.
Right.
Like the idea of virtual assistants is it's, okay, in my base country, let's say you live in the States, then labor is kind of expensive. Well, it is expensive.
Right.
So it's often cheaper to just get somebody in like the Philippines or in Nicaragua or in a country where you need so much less to live. You can pay them like a couple dollars and they'll do things that would cost like $10, $15 in the States. Right. So a lot of companies will use virtual assistants in order to accomplish tasks.
So yeah, so basically that's what it's about. I mean, I think actually I would do a specific section going into more detail on scaling, so I can give you guys actually examples, some of the mistakes that I've made, some of the wins that I've got from scaling, so you guys can make your own decision based on.
So this is an intro video.
All right, guys. Thanks for your time. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Later.
Ciao.